What's up everybody, my name is Ellen and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you reasons on why you need to stop purchasing presets from creatives and also teaching you how to create your own using Lightroom. Before we dive into all of this madness, found this really cool red sort of cape thing, and I thought it would be fun to go outside, shoot the images that I'm going to be using to demonstrate for the Lightroom tutorial here in a few moments. So let's go out and just go get magical in the snow using this guy. Just like that, we are back at my place and ready to rock and roll into the rest of this video. By the end of this video, you are going to be able to create your own presets and also have a further and clear understanding on how Lightroom operates. For those of you that are here for the first time or do not know me, my name is Ellen and I am a lifestyle and travel photographer for brands and individuals. I have been working in the photography industry for almost 10 years now, and the reason why I am here on YouTube is to help you guys excel your process in a much faster and more efficient manner by teaching you the skills that I know and have found useful for my workflow. A few things on why this video is important is because, first of all, I'm going to be saving you a lot of money, and in the long run it's going to save you a lot of time. When you start developing your own presets and you have a similar setting and lighting and coloring and where you're shooting at, then you can continue to keep applying the preset that you made yourself and apply those to your other images. And because so many people don't understand how easy making presets are, they think it's easier purchasing presets from creatives and photographers alike. Something that a lot of people don't mention when they are selling their presets is that their presets are not going to look the same on your images as they do in theirs. And there's a lot of factors that play into that. Let's say that Gypsy Lust. So if I was to purchase one of her presets and apply it to something that I shot here in the Black Hills, which is totally different kind of greens, different kind of landscape and colors and textures and everything, it's not going to look as good as what she's doing in Bali, because she made that preset specifically for the colors that she was shooting and the light that she was shooting in. So that's one reason why you should not be purchasing presets from other creators who are selling them. And second of all, if you think that purchasing the preset is going to make your style look more like these other people, why would you want to do that in the first place? Every single person on this entire earth has something unique in their style, and I really do believe not only does the way that you frame the camera and how you compose your imagery, also the way how you edit your photos says a lot about the content that you produce. Your shooting is one thing and then your editing style is a totally different thing. So the important thing is that you're going to be crafting your own unique style and furthering your process and your knowledge within Lightroom in your editing of your photos. That's so important. You're an artist. Learn something new. Develop your craft. Fine-tune it. You gotta just figure out how to do it yourself. Don't rely on other people to do the hard and heavy work for you. It's going to set you apart from the rest. But here's what I can tell you. I am going to be showing you how to get consistent in your color grading and overall style for your photography, and it's going to have your own personal flair to it. For those who want to become a photographer and be recognized as an artist and somebody who is unique from the rest, you're going to want to stick around for this, because I'm going to be teaching you how to at least start the steps on figuring out where your style lays. And trust me, you all have it, you all have something unique. So if you're somebody who likes saving money and wants to further their knowledge and creativity within their own artistic style within their photography, then you're going to want to continue to keep watching this video. So we're officially in Lightroom right now, and I already have my Lightroom open. I operate on Adobe Lightroom Classic CC, or Creative Cloud. This is going to be the first window that pops up. It's going to bring you to your library, showing you all of your images that you just shot within that file. And these are the images from today. So the first step that I'm going to do is go into Develop. I've already chosen the image that I want to edit on, and this is the one that I'm going to do. I like how I am facing towards the scenery, and I have a little bit of motion within my giant red cape thing that I was wearing. And as you can see over here, on this sidebar is where your presets are going to be found. So the first thing that I like to do is adjust the lighting. This is a pretty dark photo, and I'm gonna just bump up the shadows a little bit just so you can see the detail in there just a little bit more. Now, when you are going through Lightroom, be sure to play around with it. Here we have the temperature. If you're, for the color range, is if you have a cooler sort of image and you want it to be warmer, this is where you're going to want to kind of mess around with. So I only kind of go up and down. You can see how they get warmer and cooler in tone. And for this image in particular, I'm going to keep it roughly about there. I'll adjust the exposure slightly for this image, and I like to keep detail within my highlights, including snow and the sky. But since it was a pretty cloudy day, there's not going to be that much detail in the sky. So you just got to work with it. This is a new tool that was just recently implemented within Lightroom. It's called Dehaze, and I really like it because it really brings out more texture and detail within the overall image. One thing that I think is important to do before you start any editing is going down to lens corrections right here and just enable profile corrections. That's going to take out some of the distortion that is found within the lens. I was shooting with a 50mm, and there's just a teeny tiny bit of distortion. As you can see when I clicked it, the sides of the image kind of got less dark. There wasn't much of a vignette on there. And the basic darkroom editing, I don't particularly do too much there. I will sometimes come back to it. You can mess with your curve, bring out some of the shadows and highlights over here. An S curve is normally a good go-to within the tone curve, but you know, whatever the lighting and setting that your photo is shot in, and if it looks better doing it differently than an S curve, then so be it. So the next step that I move on to is this section, the hue, saturation, and luminance. Now you can do this in two different ways. You can do it either section by section, or you can have all of it open at once. This is going to really dictate on what your colors look like. So with here on the hue, I don't normally mess with the hue, but I challenge you to go ahead and check it out yourself and see what it does for your images, because you might find that you really like this section. Saturation is something that I definitely mess with, but first I'm going to go down to luminance, and this is going to bring out the highlights. Look at that little bit, ooh, it looks silky. It's going to darken and brighten the reds. And what's nice about Lightroom is they have it kind of labeled for you color-wise. I like to just see the dramatic difference from really dark to really light and then kind of play with it from in there. I don't like my photos to look very dull, so playing with the luminance is going to really make or break your image. Sometimes some of these colors aren't even found within your image. It just really depends on the setting. You could play with split toning. This is going to adjust your highlights, and I don't think I'm going to want to do too much with split toning or really do any split toning at all with this particular image. I could be wrong. I could find out differently after playing with it for a little bit. So I just kind of work my way down this toolbar right here and just play with it, because like I said in the very beginning, every image is going to be a little bit different from your previous one if you are shooting in a different setting, that is. And the outcome of the coloring is going to drastically change from image to image. And you can bring out some of the detail within here, and I might do just a little bit, just get slightly sharper, not by a lot, but you can tell a little bit of a difference. And if I was shooting in low light and I had a lot of noise that was found inside my photo, I would use luminance, but since I was shooting on only 100 ISO, there's not going to be any noise within this, so I don't need to use luminance whatsoever. You could also do vignetting on your image, and honestly, this stuff I don't really mess around with too much. I try to compose my images as best as I can within camera, so I don't have to do too much manipulation within Lightroom or Photoshop, but I like to move back and forth on the toolbar and all the little steps that you can take within there. Like I said, it's just going to depend on the image, but the only way you're going to be able to familiarize yourself within Lightroom is by playing with it and practicing with it. And these are really the basic steps of doing this. So I'm just going to continue to keep playing with this until I get the results that I need. Another thing about the crop tool, if you're planning on only using these images to put on your Instagram and you want to have the full frame of the Instagram, because you know how Instagram kind of crops it in just a little bit, when you go into your crop tool over here and you go over into custom, the 4x5/8x10 is the exact crop that Instagram automatically does when you have vertical images. So if you want to go ahead and just do that within Lightroom so you know what it's going to look like when you upload it into Instagram, go ahead and do it in here. Doesn't hurt. Another thing with presets is the crop does not carry over with your presets. So in a minute, you'll see what I'm talking about here. But if I want to add some serious dramatic effect, I will go up here into this guy or this guy. How I use this is I click on this little circle right here and I will click on where I want it and start to drag. Now it looks pretty crazy at first, but just hold tight here. I'm going to adjust it and make it look so that it's not. Now, I want the center of the focal point to be within right where I am in this photo on the cape. And I might be playing with this and figuring out that this isn't going to work for what it is that I'm trying to accomplish here. And another thing is I'm going to invert this because I want the dramatic effect to be within the circle and not around it. So that is exactly what I'm going to be doing. Really make those highlights pop. It's always a good time. Popping with a highlight. Ooh, some dehaze inside that. All right, let's go ahead and see what this looks like without the circle. Ooh, okay, okay. That gives me some good tones. I like that. I actually think I might use the vignetting. So I'm going to go down to lens corrections and let's go ahead and apply a little bit of a vignette on this, just to bring that focus and drama into where it's supposed to be put in this image, that is, which is right here. I'm pretty happy with this. We're gonna go with this for now for demonstration purposes, but so now to making the preset. Get ready. You're about to be shook at how easy this is. When you have finalized your image, you're gonna scroll all the way to the top here. See this beautiful little word right here? It says presets. And then if you go over to the little plus sign right here, you click on that and you create a preset. Okay, you can name it literally anything. I like starting off my preset names with the number 1 because I want it to show up right at the top so I don't have to go and scroll through all the presets that I've made, because I have made a lot of presets. And then that's going to be found here. Oh, here it is. There it is right there. And boom, that's as easy as that. That's how you make your presets. So pretty much all you do is go through and do all your basic darkroom editing and your coloring and your photo adjustments as needed. And since I only shot in one spot today, this preset's going to work beautifully with the rest of my images inside this set. And you might need to make minor adjustments photo to photo, but it's gonna save you so much time making that preset and applying it to all the photos, then starting from the very beginning and playing with it and trying to mimic what you just created in the previous photo. And it's as easy as that, folks. Now you know how to create your own presets and you have a little bit further and clearer understanding of how Lightroom operates. I challenge you guys to not only play with Lightroom and get a little more familiar with it, but also create 3 to 5 presets for your images. If you found value in this content that I shared with you today, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and go ahead and share this with somebody who you think might also benefit from the information like this. I want to thank you guys so much for sticking through this entire video with me and learning a little something about Lightroom. If there's something that you would like to see me talk about, teach about, whatever it is, let me know in the comments below. Until next time, I'll see you guys later. Alright, so we're in the car, just getting ready to put on some tunes, and then we're going to be setting sail to some pretty sweet spots. Let's go get ready for wraps with Ellen, because that's just what naturally happens in this car, whether I'm alone or not. Boom. Get it. Into the canyon we go, hitting it, going hard, gonna get the shot for the vid, gonna get it for you and all my friends, yeah. some more. Yeah. My raps suck, whatever. Oh, this snow is coming down like dandruff on my scalp. Love the canyon, gonna get footage for you guys. It's gonna be lit, don't quit, get it, honey, honey. My raps never make sense, but they're trying to rhyme. I try to make it rhyme. Doesn't always work out, but that's totally fine. You know what I say? It's okay. I'm not a professional anyway. I leave that to the rap stars. They go, they get it, and they go hard. That's all I can say. I'm no rap goddess, but that's okay. Here we go, on the road, going hard in the car. Gonna get more footage for you, so we can make a dope ass video. It's gonna be lit. I'm in my car all alone, and there's a crack in front of my vision because it's cold, really freaking cold, like -degrees cold for the last 2 weeks in a row. It really freaking sucks, and I thought I liked winter, but no. These last 2 weeks really put it into perspective, and you know, I'm over it. Come on, bring on the warm weather. Luckily today we have that, and that's great. I'm all about that, because if I'm gonna be outside, I want to do it, and I want to be not stiff. I hope you enjoyed that!